And we're back. Slight change up. Meeps didn't feel like streaming tonight, so I figured I'd get a little further in this because we got Jingle Jam in a couple hours. So I figured we'll do a shorter 2-hour stream. Let's see if we can figure out what's up with the promotions. So figure we get through it. Keep the momentum going as best as we can.
How about part of some sausage?
I guess if you want to eat it already, you're welcome to eat it. Huh?
I think that's really good.
Sure. You want to save it for the Jingle Jam? Huh? Oh, I wasn't telling you to do that. I was asking if that's what you wanted to do. I want to save it for the Jingle Jam. Okay. You're always what? It happens. What are you doing? Are you trying to dig into your blanket? Are you still mad that you had to get a bath? Maybe. So when we last left off, we were halfway through this fight, and I aggressed out. Kind of just powering through it just to get XP and whatnot. Oh, okay.
Oh, her shirt's over here now.
Aw. I think you tried to put it on her when she was cold a while back. No?
It was in the blanket. My idea was put it on her when she was marked her chest while she was...
Oh, it's too small, I think. No, she took it off. I don't know what her deal is.
What's up, man?
She wants to lay with you on the bed.
Alright, if you promise to be good. You promise? You swear? You be a good girl? I don't know, should I let her?
It's up to you. You have to be the one to trust her. I mean, look at me. I would do it I would trust her just because I, want to trust her. You know me. She's daddy's little girl. Like, I'm stupid enough to think she can never do wrong. Yeah. Maybe they'll fit better. Maybe while the Jingle Jam's going for a little bit, we could take the cans out of the thing and try to redo them, you know what I mean? Or maybe between when they go on one of their breaks or something. You could start it, you know what I mean? No?
We're like professional streamers. They found a gym spot.
Ooh.
did a movie thing.
I thought you said they only do the one thing.
This year they changed it up, I guess. Every fucking other year you can look on YouTube, dude.
Well, we'll have to maybe watch that. We'll have to, what is it? Watch the rerun. Right?
You mean like on YouTube or something?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, I've seen people do the holiday ones multiple times, so that's not why I didn't want to watch it, but I have seen it. Look at her, she's looking right at you, stole my heart intensely. Ooh. That's not gonna flow. And we might go down after that. So them warlocks have some nice nasty damage dealings there. $24 damage is a lot of damage. Look at any character. That could probably kill some of the weaker ones. Why? Some stuff it was goo. Sugary goo. It's pretty good.
Is it?
What do you think?
I haven't tried one of them like that yet.
How was your guinea pig? It's really out of the joke. It was pretty good. Kind of like a Gushers, but like a sour version inside and out, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense? I mean, it's not like... I don't know. It's actually pretty good. I liked it. Did you? Yes. Move back towards the center. Because the incubi are just going to keep coming towards us, so
I bet would be interesting.
Hmm.
You
What?
know the sugar cookie with Reese's Hershey Kiss?
Yeah, I think so.
You do some of those, but you have a checkered pattern instead of a Hershey Kiss. You do some of those.
I could. Ooh, that might be a good idea. Something like that. Make it like a soft cookie.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Be definitely worth a try. Let's fall back here because they're just gonna come towards us anyway, or just hang in the back for all we know. So I may as well do that. Get this Domingo thing off of him. That's okay. Yeah, I'm expecting them to come fight us, but that way we don't go near where the spawn point for them is. They'll just keep coming towards us if we hang out in that area. It's a bit safer to pull away from that area and then deal with them over here. It would help if we actually hit them too. That's a big thing too. You little fuckers. We don't have the means to promote characters yet in the game. So hopefully there's promotion coming at some point, because characters, it seems like once they hit level 20, they can't gain any more XP, so... Anyway, I think they're right there, sweet, on the thing. Underneath the tissue. I think they're in there. Are they? No, they're right there somewhere. I'm worried where they are. Oh. Oh. Will you hand me one? I don't know. I thought I grabbed a couple different ones, but I don't know now. What's in there? That's it? No. They always have this one. You know what I mean? Yeah, they always kind of have this one. Oh, there's 2 caramels?
Because remember we were going to do the test.
You can always get more. All of them right now. Well, they were sold out of that one. Yeah. Instead of me picking up food, I'll just pick you and Mason, okay?
But you like less sweet stuff, right? You want
I tend to like
the
this.
less sweet here?
Yeah, I'll do that. Alright.
Can you look back?
Alright, let's see here. Nice. The goblin tried to tickle my Elmo. Instead, he's gonna tickle. He's gonna get tickled by my robot. He went. And we don't have to go very deep into this map to get Oddeye to come towards us. So. Oh, you don't like that one? You don't like it? Is this an old one? It's fun to me. No, go ahead and open a different one, sweetie. You want a different one? Oh, come on. Open another one. Let's do that. Which one do you want? Here. Oh yeah, we can get some more. I mean, they usually have this brand. This is the brand that you'll.
Right, this is the brand they got. I just flavors.
Well, I grabbed the other ones and put them up on the shelf. The ones they don't usually, the less common ones. So yeah, just drink whatever's in there.
Well, I just know it's like it's not very common.
What?
It's I don't know which one. They always have the orange cans. I don't know what flavor.
Vanilla, caramel, and mocha. Those are the ones they always have.
I think the mocha was the weird one I last time.
Well, it's because we keep. I guess I'm assuming we go on days when they haven't restocked. They always have the gray vanilla one. Just take one, sweetie. Why not? What, sweetie? Just take it. Huh? Doesn't matter. Just take one. We're going on Monday. Just take one. Go ahead and stick. You're not gonna drink one? You just want soda then? Soda. Asked it because it's cheap. Eventually our big healer will get a turn. One of these days. There we go. There we go. So that grouping should work. What?
The completionist is a bad guy.
What did he do now? Gerard? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think he's Gerard.
Guy with the big beard?
Yeah, he's literally just in that fucking game we were playing.
Oh, yeah. What did he do now?
Bro, he took in money for charity for the past 10 years, but he hasn't actually been giving it to charity.
Why am I not surprised? A lot of people have been doing that lately. That's why I stopped supporting, that one I used to support, remember? Awesome Games Done Quick.
Yeah.
Like, the charities are only getting a fraction of that money.
Why are people doing that?
Because they want to be paid for their time and they don't understand what charity actually is. I mean, look at Jingle Jam. They're like still one of the ones that are doing it right. You know what I mean? And but a lot of people are like, well, I should get paid for the time I spent setting up this fundraiser. It's like, no, you're donating your time.
Fucking not only that, right? Lewis pays his employees out of his pocket for 2 weeks to Jingle Jam.
Yeah, that's our understanding.
I remember when I first told you that.
Well, because so many people do what he's doing, and what the guys at Awesome Games Done Quick do is they line their own pockets with the donation money, and whatever's left over they give to the charities. And some of them ask for exorbitant salaries from that. It's like, wait, what? You took $30,000 from the fundraiser to pay yourself? The only time it's acceptable, which is what RPG Limit Break did, they took money to pay the hotel where they did the event from the fundraiser money. Does that make sense? They reimbursed the people who rented that area out so they could hold the event. Which in later years they actually were able to get the event to write it off as a write-off. So yeah, I'm not surprised, because that's just what people do. Charity is almost not charity by many standards anymore. I hate to assault the ground with that while the Jingle Jam's going on, but I mean, that's why if I'm going to do Extra Life, we do it ourselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to donate as much directly to charities anymore, as much as I'd rather just run my own, because so many people mismanage the hell out of them and sometimes steal from. Has he addressed the claims or anything like that? Is it a claim or is it actually proven to be real? Is it just an allegation? Oh, well, okay. Well, it could just be allegations of it, but, I mean, if it is happening, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up, and I don't want to. I mean, I don't think there's much of a purpose for me to look it up. Well, either other people are going to start talking about it, and not just on Reddit, or it's just a Reddit rumor. Oh, I know. I know. I'm gonna whittle down Oddeye here. We just lost our big healer, but should be okay. Nice. God, he's killing off all my healers. I might have to repeat this fight on principle. I can never seem to get a break. pull her back. It's my better judgment. And if we can kill Oddeye, we can kill Oddeye. If we don't, we don't. We repeat the fight one last time and then actually beat him. Nice. Got him down under the 100 HP mark. How long are we going to hold down to that? It's going to be debatable. We just lost Varios. Maybe we can hit him with some well-concentrated magic attacks and melee attacks to bring him down the rest of the way. Without risking the hero. Because these enemies are just going to keep respawning in. I just want to keep them off of my main characters for as long as we can hold out. Did you shake this before you opened it? Maybe that was what it was. There's a lot of syrup on the bottom. Fine. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, my turn. Yay. Just because I don't like being hit by magic. And there's a level. Gonna keep Elliot up. He's a pretty good tank. So is Xeno, but I think Elliot's a little better at it. I don't know, we're just not doing enough damage. I don't think, because we allowed the AoE to kind of gather around us and do too much damage combined. So I don't know. If we're gonna beat Oddeye, we probably need more damage dealing characters alive by this point. And the biggest threat really isn't these little side enemies, it's straight up the casters. It's the warlocks. They cut the party down pretty quick and made it easy for my characters to get picked off by pretty much everything else surrounding us. So I gotta figure out how to not let that happen. He's resistant to all magic, so the magic damage dealers do about as good as the melee attackers, so... Ew. We could get him poisoned, that would help. Poisoned, that would help. And there's this weird shit where they just melee attack with magic. Where the fuck is that coming from? And now his offensive attacks can cause sleep too. Indeed. Yeah, that's a Gib. He's probably gonna Gib, Smeagol. Yep, okay, that's it. Alright, so in the next fight, we gotta lure the casters towards us and then pretty much finish them off very quickly. Luckily, we don't have to revive and pay to revive characters that fall. So this will take maybe another attempt. Hopefully not much more than that. But yeah, there's no reason for me to be wasting time killing some of the lesser enemies unless they can cast magic. So the incubi probably are something to slightly worry about. Or take some care in dealing with. But we'll see. We're, like I said, we're almost at level 20, which is max level 4 before promotion in this game, if there is even promotion. You want to try this one? Not yet. Is it good? Does it have a strange taste or anything? Do you want it? Yeah, those really nasty, fucking powerful attacks is what's doing us in. And by the time we get to Oddeye, he's got 3 of those suckers not pulling any punches at all. So, yeah, we need to get him... We need to get those mages taken care of right away. And not let them kill off my healers. That was the other big thing. They killed off my 2 priest-like characters, like, within a round. Which, well, it didn't happen the first time I was fighting in this fight, right before we stopped, so it was kind of weird that I let them do that this time around. I was trying to rush through it with the hopes that we get to the promotion stuff. And then our inventory actually clears itself out because I'll start using the items. Probably a lot of them on the main hero, but there are definitely some that he does not benefit from. Oh, crap. Ooh. Still in it. And since that is a thing, that'll expedite a lot of this stuff that's going on. Again, that's not enough to protect from that nasty mage's spell, so we need to get some firepower over there to slow that fool down. Ooh! Again, with the massive damage. Let's clear out these enemies, regroup, and hopefully nobody dies. Because here comes the pain train. If we can prevent any characters from dying, you know, then that would be great. some reason Lobo's struggling to level, though he attacks and hits and kills things all the time. Still a little bit away. He's 18. Gotta get him leveled. We gotta lure those the casters down, hopefully. And plus the little snakes that are there. 'Cause those are extra snakes, if I'm not mistaken, are they? Yeah, those are extra snakes, so we gotta kill the extra enemies in some capacity. The extra goblin, the 2 medusers. Those are all, and the extra casters. They do not respawn. The casters do not respawn. There's just snake, goblin, and 2 incubi that respawn, and we gotta keep that under some kind of control. The enemies that are regularly coming towards us versus the ones that die and then respawn, because the respawn ones are not a big deal necessarily because we will outnumber Oddeye and those enemies. It's the ones that unfortunately do a lot of casting damage. Even the medusers I don't even think are that bad. It's really the combination of the casters and then the melee monsters that just work our units down in tandem or all together, and it just makes it really hard for us to recover from every round. It also doesn't help that the AoE healer Erican got fucking like 2-shotted back to back by 2 casters. That fucking sucked. The other thing too that I might do come next round here is throw up magic shield, which we don't use very often, but because we're getting hit by a lot of massive AoE magic, we might want to throw that up, and I might try to debuff Oddeye. I don't know if it'll work. I doubt it will, but it doesn't hurt to try. There we go. And this is what we had to worry about, is this extra damage that we're going to take here and how we clean it up before sending units up there to deal with that. Because if we send the units right up there to deal with it, they're just going to get picked off by the melee enemies. They're all nice and softened up. It's kind of the strategy I use against them. You know what? Let's have Astral stay where he's at. Boost Lobo, maybe. I want to buy 11. Keep letting it go by so quickly. See if we can maybe get lucky here. $11 damage. Okay.
I help you?
I heard that. Alright, let's give healing to Varios here. Varios and Elliot, primarily, because they're going to be right on that front line more than anybody else. Lobo next, of course, but that's because he's boosted. I want him to try to kill this Warlock. Yeah. Delicious murder. Now we gotta get... throw that out there. See if we can lure another caster down. It doesn't look like they're budging. Have to bait someone in a minute here. Now we're gonna have to Varios bait. Get them to come down. There we go. Just pull him back. Well, pull him back one more spot there. So he's still pretty far out of the way. Still not coming down. I don't want to pull anything too much towards us until we've cleared some of these dudes out. Trying to play it careful. Is really all I can do. This has to pull attention towards us with the casters and Oddeye. Like I said, we'll gun for the casters as best as we can, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna come after us right away. But what I could do is this. And now they're starting to move. So that means Oddeye should move. Yeah, okay. And then they should move. They should have some resistance. Not much, but at least it's better than nothing. So they're easily gibbable. So I have to make a decision. Try to heal them. It's not a strong healing power, but it's better than nothing. At least until Erican gets a turn. Or Boken. As long as we keep her back, it shouldn't be a problem. Nice. Not nice, because he's gonna hit everybody. Yeah, Lobo's out. Unless the shield protects him. Well, it did. But Oddeye's gonna be getting a turn soon, and that's not gonna work. Suck on this, bitches. No, okay, Lobo's out. Well, we tried. But he hung in there as long as he could. Let's try to get some damage on Oddeye down here. But we should gun for that other caster with the units that are closer to it. Because that's going to be a big problem. Yeah, see, it's happening again. The lesser units are picking off what the casters have wounded and damaged. I have a feeling this was going to happen again. Let's see if we can fix some of this. Put him there we're dead. So see if Zeno can actually take a hit from him. When it's not a crit, kinda. When it is a crit, no.
Dude, what kind of meat is this? Dude, it takes it out of it. And then when they cut it, it's got like 3 layers, 2 layers, 6 layers of fat.
It is a very, very fatty creature. I'm not sure. Looks like pork, but it also looks like beef. So I'm not sure. You have to
Well, the comments are all in fucking
Tagalog. Yeah, it's all in Tagalog. No, it looks like pork, but it's got the color of beef. So I'm not sure.
Well, you know, it could still be pork. It just
Yeah.
I don't know. They also have to look a little well cooked.
It does. It looks fine. It looks edible. It is very weird looking. That is very true. And he doesn't do that much damage to Oddeye with his magic, so we can weaken the auxiliary damage that we'd be taking. That might work. The issue is keeping Zeno up, because if I get a healer to... No, that's it. What the fuck? I don't even get a chance to do it. Oh, look at that! Magic Curtain actually worked. Yay! Holy fucking dog shits, Batman. Either kill the Medusa. Well, I'm not gonna be able to kill either of them, actually. Okay, Poison Mist it is, because that at least has a chance to poison Oddeye. It doesn't work very often, but a couple of times we've seen it work. Oh, Medusa's poisoned. Yeah. You try to keep Zeno in this fucking fight. Thank you, Boken. Hey, Ben, how's it going? It goes okay. Neves decided she didn't want to stream tonight, so I figured I'd stream a little bit before the next live Jingle Jam stream, so here I am. Trying to get through this rather difficult fight. Hopefully things start going in our favor. I mean, if we beat Oddeye at this point, it's going to be a barely. But we're trying for it. He's not going to hurt Oddeye, so may as well just let him attack. And weaken that goblin. And use him as a meat shield. Because Oddeye will go after him to take him out, probably. Unless I heal him now, but isn't there somebody else that needs healing at this point? Well, that's fair. Sorry you're having trouble sleeping. That's never fun. Especially when you're restless, you know. That sometimes I feel makes it worse in a way. He's trying to kill our mages. Gotta keep her boosted, don't we? Attack normalizes. So we'll try to get boost on her with Astral if we can keep them alive long enough to do it. I hear you there. Stress between jobs is like the worst. It makes you just, you know, unsure about the future and just trying to keep everything together in your head, you know, because it messes with you a little bit. Elliot's nice and healthy. Let's boost him. And your last job did you dirty. That's never good. Never, ever, ever good. Against my better judgment. Oh, okay, well that's at least you're trying to keep yourself busy. That's what's important. Oh, then he dodged. Of course he dodged. He always dodges. Why would I expect him not to? Can't lose our healer. Not good. Henri was kind of on her last two legs with this at this point anyway. Oh, Bo can hit level 20. Maybe, you know, when Elliot will finally hit this fucker. There we go. Again, I don't want Oddeye moving all that much. Your roommate's cat broke your computer. That fucking sucks. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Did, like, the cat pee on it, or, like, just knock it off the table, or what happened? Finally, some pressure taken off of our main grouping. Mistake was made. Very big mistake was made. God damn it. Almost got him, too. There we go, got him. Holy fucking shit. We did it! Oh, that's awful. Well, that sucks, bud. You've been beaten. I will only say this once, so listen up. Take your demons and leave this place, or you can be destroyed by thy own hand. I like you, Schmiegel. You drive a hard bargain. You have great potential, but Dark Soul will not be as easy on you as I have today. You must ascend to the next level if you are to defeat him. You are now ready. Get the accursed key and stop Dark Soul in his tracks until we meet again, lady. Oddeye uses aggress. Interesting fellow. At least he was polite about wanting to kill us. What's important is we have the path to ourselves now. There's cool stuff everywhere. These armor pieces look more like your style, Schmiegel. Oh, what's this thing? And picks up an ancient piece of technology. Whoa, this looks awesome. I wonder how it works. My records indicate that this is a particle accelerator, or simply put, a proton gun. That would be a suitable weapon for someone such as yourself, Diane. I had planned on building one for you from scratch, but I have only built the ammunition. It is at the ship. I will have to give you to you when we get back to Warl. Also, there are enough robotic parts here that I can create a new chassis for myself. I will need one of my fuel cells to power it up. It too is at the ship. Diane gets a gun, Schmiegel gets a new armor set, and now Zeno a new body? What about me? I should be getting something nice and shiny too. You have the dynamite sticks with you, don't you? They're still on the ship. It's settled then. When we get back, we should check out the ship and collect those items before we do anything else. Schmiegel, a word. Before you don your new armor, I want you to have this. It's May's headband. Since we left Guardiana, you have become more and more like her. I think if she was still with us, she would have been proud of what you've become. please. You would do me a great honor if you'd wear it in her name. May was my mentor, but she was also a good friend. I'll wear this, and will always strive to lead by her example. Alright then, let me help you put those pieces of armor on. So I guess, okay, so we just all get promoted now. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it needs to be like that. There we go. All set. You look great, Schmeagle. Oh, look, Neefs. You changed her... Neefs. You changed her avatar. Well, now she doesn't look as... Yeah, she looks a lot better. What the hell? Thanks, Various. When we return, you should all equip yourselves in your new gear. Now, on to the current task. How do we get this door to open? Hello, Schmeagle. It is the voice of the spirit from the Pool of the Ancients. Schmeagle, I was waiting for you. The shining path lies behind this door. It leads to the land of the ancients. The key to the accursed door is there. I shall open the way to the shining path now. Hold on, Worrell has been having to contend with the ravaging waters here. Is there any way to calm this down so that the boats can pass safely again? It was an unfortunate side effect to reveal the shining path. When you're finished here, I will reseal this place and the currents will subside. Step forth, Schmeagle, and enter Matefa. No! Denied. Ha! You will never reach the land of the ancients now. What? You're surprised? You never even bothered to check if I was truly dead? Darksoul found me, clinging to life. I now possess gifts you'll never understand. Let me guess, you can cast some rudimentary spells now because moving rocks is not impressing me. What? No. You'll see me next time. Shiny force. Ha! More like stinging fart. That's really a line in this, huh? I'll be seeing you. The voice of the spirit is heard again. That man has somehow sealed this entrance. Never fear, there is another way in. Travel to Sasebo. There you can find another path. The ground starts shaking. That man has irreversibly damaged the outer wall. This place is collapsing. You must escape before the ceiling caves and you all drown. Schmeagle, run! Okay, well, I guess we're not going in there anymore. Stiff ego, still it's good to see you kicking. How can I help? Nope. The current, it's gone. You did it. No, did you? The structure was the cause of the currents. What the hell? Who's that? But everything seems to be back to normal. It must be Henri. I see. And did you find what you were seeking down there? Oh my god. What the hell? All the avatars are weird looking. Unfortunately not. The place collapsed because of an unforeseen saboteur. But at least we can get to the land of the ancients someplace else. So we'll be heading out, at least whenever the ship is fully repaired and ready to set sail again. We may not be waiting long. If I know our shipwrights, they may have already completed the repairs on your vessel. You should head back to Worrell and speak with the king. I'm going to miss you guys. Amber winks at Erican. Oh, look, Erican's blushing. No, I'm not. It's the sun. It's really hot out. And thanks again for all your help. Be safe out there. And I guess it keeps our levels this... Oh my god, Xeno, what the hell? Varia, Xeno, Elliot... Oh, he's got a little helmet on. Astral's got his pimp hat. Diane looks like she's wearing armor. Erican is trying to look more crazy. Bokin's got a backpack full of dynamite. Amon's got bird helmet. Henri looks really weird. Lobo, then is fine. Okay. Well, we gotta start making some executive decisions now that we are officially promoted. We may want to start considering who's going to get what items, because we have all these items. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do we need to pass them around. Big time. The other question is, how many more characters are we going to bump into? I'm Shalra, Amber's mom. I know I look like her, we get that a lot. Alright, two things. We have a cursed weapon that I don't really care to keep on me. There might be some new gear for us to utilize. And I go back to what I said earlier. I'm gonna make a save because we can't save in game. So we need to save in states. There's no way around it. Okay. Alright, so it's all saved. Any new weapons? No, that's just gear. The armor, the weapon store is over there. The other thing, let's take a look here. You know what? No, let's look at our stats. First and foremost. Well, there you go. Okay, so there's a... Oh, wow, the characters look great. Astro looks more like what we're used to seeing. Just without... Not with the gray. So yeah, they look great. Now it's a bunch of TNT. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Erican looks very odd. Let's see here. Meagle needs the ring fixed. 47. Pretty... 53, yeah. Her attack is pretty abysmal compared to some of these other characters. 47... No, maybe not. So we gotta debate who we're going to really invest in. 54. I don't know how long Diane's staying with us, but 30... Oh, she unequipped her arrow. Have to look into that. Maybe that's part of the problem. Healing staff, 34. Spoken has nothing equipped. Okay, so HP is a thing too. I'm gonna definitely give Meagle all the health items, possibly the defensive items. As far as the quick chicken, I think we're gonna send that down Xeno's way and Elliot's way, because they're kind of the slowest characters, I would argue. But if we use a running pimento on Gino, we can, or two, we can move the mobility ring to somebody else. When it comes to physical damage, I guess we'll just feed a lot of this to Smeagol. I don't see why we wouldn't feed it to really anybody else. Other than the quick chicken, maybe, but the cheerful bread... We're not getting a lot of bonus stats here either, so that's a little concerning. That's pretty hilarious. Cheerful bread, my Discord name is Cheerful Wheat. Well, there you go. Bright Honey's gonna raise MP. Whose MP needs more? Do we need more of? That's a tricky one. Probably Erican, because he's our best healer. It allows him to heal more effectively. Is everything just giving us one? Yeah, so the bonus items, though, are not that great. Not gonna lie. A little disappointing. But I think we're gonna just put everything... I guess we're gonna put most of it on Smeagol. The Smeagol usually has to sit in the back a little bit and doesn't get to do as much because she's definitely a bit squishier than Max in Shining Force 1 is, for some reason, unbeknownst to me. And my other concern is that now their levels didn't reset when they promoted, so what's that mean? Well, yeah, the small improvements inherently are not bad. That is correct. I just worry that they're not, I mean, like, in the grand scheme of things, what's going to come of it? The other thing, too, is like, we maxed out at level 20, did that get removed so we can level beyond that? Because that's really important. If that barrier got removed or not, we'll have to see. And I gotta go and repair that ring. Running pimentos now, and that coincides with the mobility ring. We'll look at movement in a minute. Maybe that might be interesting. And then it becomes the MP, which honestly should go to Erican. I cannot see anybody else who's more warranting of it because of his massive MP cost for healing magic. Since he's the only one that we have that does aura. Okay, why isn't that letting me use it? Do we have to give it to characters instead? Let's see. Oh, that's strange. Is this broken? Maybe it's broken. The bright honey. Usually bright honey allows you to get bonus MP, but it's not seeming to do that. Alright, let's check out mobility here. 7 move. Don't care. Don't really care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Movement. His is 6. Xeno's is 7 because of the ring. Various is going to be 8. Big 8. Who else needs movement improvement? Schmeagles is 7. So I would say Elliot should get one because his movement is only 6. Then it goes down to these characters. His is 6, and he's at level... Oh, he leveled to 21 somehow. That's really interesting. So, I guess we'll see what happens after that. So did Boken. Boken's movement is 7. Okay. And 8 if he uses the backpack. Amon's is 7. I'm trying to figure out who would be a good candidate. I'm not really finding too many characters that would be good to use it on. Okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. I'm gonna keep that mobility ring on Xena. There's no reason at all for me to ever take it off. Let's use the quick chicken on Smeagol. The status benefits are so small that it doesn't make sense to use it on anybody other than the main character. And except for the running pimentos. We're going to use one on Elliot. That gets his movement up a bit. We have another one here that we're going to use on Schmeagol. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Let's move some of that. I'm going to sell that cursed sword. He needs more room. You like having... Nah, you know what? We'll leave him alone then. For now. Well, because he's about to get something new. Let's move... I don't have him use the spark rod all that much. Let's just move it off of him. I just want to make some room for some of these characters who are just overloaded with gear. People are carrying too much shit. That's good enough for now. I didn't think this channel was still alive. I'm grinding through Wild Arms 3 and enjoy your series currently when I noticed you live. Oh, well, hi, Guardian. Thank you for stopping by. We took a break in the middle, and we're going to be stopping in about 40-50 minutes for a fundraiser that's going on called the Jingle Jam. They're starting in an hour of the third day of the Jingle Jam, and we're running a fundraiser for it as well. So definitely cool. Diane can't use that weapon, huh? But, okay, so we'll sell the Mesmer Arrow. No point in keeping it if she can't use it, and I think Boken can't use this anymore. We'll sell off his Whack Pack. We'll figure out what we can give him. But for now, let's give him back that. But I'm glad you're enjoying the Wild Arms series and whatnot. It's awesome. The Wild Arms games are really good. I strongly recommend the first, second, and third one. The fourth and fifth one are pretty skippable, in all fairness. I give those a hard pass. But the first three are incredibly good. There's also a tactics one that is not great, but some people like it. Go and talk to Durant. I think he's done with the repairs and wanted to speak with you. Dokily dokily. Skibba-bop-dum doo-da-da, skiddy-bop-dum-dee-da-lee, skibba-bop-dum shooby-dooby-doo. Welcome back. The ship is as good as new. During the repairs, the shipwrights found these items. Here you go. Skibber's dynamite! Assault shell. And fuel cell. There you go. Now go to the king. I'm sure he has a big plan. He has big plans for whatever. All right, let's see here. What do we got? So obviously, oh, we got to repair that freaking ring. This has to go to Boken's. So he's gonna now, I guess, be chucking sticks of TNT at people, which is kind of fun. Ooh, wow, it's really strong too. I see most people who do RPG stuff try to speedrun. Curious what your thoughts on are people who blindly overlevel and brute force RPGs versus just going for Bearman indeed. Bearman. There are two different types of players. Yeah, there's people who overlevel. There's some games where you just can't overlevel, like Wild Arms. You can't overlevel in that game. If you want to do everything there is to do in that game, including beating Ragu Regala. But I mean, they're different styles of playing. I've done both of them, where I go with the bare medium. Who gets the fuel cell? I'm assuming that's Xeno. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think. Fuel cell, assault shell. I know the assault shell goes to Diane. Anywho, well, Wild Arms came out. One came out, I think, a little bit before Final Fantasy VII. Wild Arms 2 came out before Final Fantasy VIII. Wild Arms 3 is a PS2 game. Then there's the remake of Wild Arms 1, which was on PS2 as well. That's the version of Wild Arms 1 you should play. If you can find it. That's a hard one to find. Not gonna lie. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. So I think sometimes, like, good RPGs, you can't really brute force them as much as people try to. I think there's just an element that just doesn't work, per se. Okay. So he doesn't use the arm anymore. I see. Alright, we can dump that off. But, I mean, I don't know. Over-leveling in an RPG game has... I get why some people do it. That one, too, is some people... Like, I'll be honest with you. If I'm playing one for the first time ever, if I'm playing a game that I've never played before, I'd rather be a little over-leveled than under-leveled. If I'm playing a game for the second time, let's say, I would want more of a challenge. Like our buddy Hobo is into that. He's really into under-leveling things. He playing on low-level runs. Like, I've done a low-level run of Final Fantasy IX where I beat the game at roughly like level 38, I think. I even beat Ozma at a really low level. I think 38 or 40 or somewhere in there. And it took like 20 attempts to beat him, but I finally did it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with either mentality. Necessarily. It just depends on the game. If that makes any sense, Guardian. I think there's more nuance to that question than is it what might, is it good or is it bad? Blindly over leveling takes away a big chunk of the challenge. That's true. That's kind of why a lot of RPG games have those extra bosses at the end of the game that are very difficult to beat. Wild Arms is definitely one of those games where over leveling doesn't really necessarily mean you're going to win in any of those extra boss fights. Yeah, Quest 64 is one a lot of people missed. I played that myself. I know Meeps wants to play it at some point, so she's probably gonna tackle that at some point down the road. I don't know when, so I can't really tell you when, but I know she's been talking it up about doing it at some point, and I'm gonna definitely enjoy watching it when she does it. There's nothing wrong with low level runs. I mean, that's definitely good if you want a challenge. I do think the middle ground is probably best, where you're not so over leveled the challenge is gone, but you're leveled enough that clearly you don't have to bend over backwards to beat the game. So I'm okay with those premises, but I think the big thing that people do too much of is that they don't know how to level objectively, so they do grind very hard in places where grinding very hard is kind of pointless, or they're doing it for arbitrary reasons and they're not actually improving their odds at beating a boss later, because it's like Wild Arms games are a good example. You could be over leveled and still lose to most of the bosses in the game because you need to understand the strategy to beating them more so than just being over leveled. You return to World to its normal self once again. We are in your debt. Are you planning on leaving World immediately? Yup, I see, but please consider staying with us for one night. We'll have a grand feast. Sure, splendid. By dawn, you'll all be stuffed full of seafood and guaranteed a restful night. Sweet. If you insist, I thank you on behalf of my people. Now let's party, heroes of World. So the Shining Force enjoy a feast fit for the ages. Strangely, Amber and Erican were nowhere to be seen for most of the night. The next morning, the Force head due east for the kingdom of Sasebo. So I think that's the big one. Low level is great for and I still stand by low level runs as long as you're doing it for fun. And, if you're doing it because that's the first thing you've ever done in the game, then it's a little weird that you'd be doing an intentional low level run. Zip it, Boken, this is serious. Scanning, my sensors are picking up a giant life form in the ocean, starboard side. We can identify it as a member of the Caraculus megalodon species. In other words, for those who don't speak robot gibberish, it is a giant shark. Everyone, stay clear of it until we can clear out the other attackers. Oh, wow. There's a giant shark, huh? Wouldn't happen to be Jaws, would it? Because they made a Jaws reference earlier. I don't even see the shark. It's a lie. You know it's going to be, like, right over here somewhere. Ooh, Frost Harpy. Okay. So here's all of our characters in all their glory, with now promoted. So I guess that would be my stance. Grinding too much can take the challenge out of a game, but I do think some of the better RPG games don't have that problem because they're more strategic in their boss fights and in their grinding and all of that. So there's an element of it that, yeah, there's some games where you can overgrind way too much, and it causes problems. There's another element too that people don't consider with balancing is that, for example, Final Fantasy 1, in order to get the best armor and gear in the game, and magic spells, you have to have an extraordinarily vast amount of gold. So the game kind of forces you to accidentally overlevel because you don't have the means to buy the equipment you know you need for the next dungeon or the next encounter or the next big thing. So sometimes games force you to overgrind in order to be properly prepared for the next parts. And that to me is not a fault of the player as much as that is a fault of, oh, look at that, we got some new spells just because we weren't the right level. And that forces you to, okay, that's level 2. So it forces you to overlevel because you need enough money or equipment to do the other stuff. Oh, that's cool. Made her look a little different. Had to overlevel stars until the end of time and realized once I hit level 99 there were 999 levels or more. Can overgrinding prevent you from seeing certain events? Depends on if it's a game with multiple like trails of story that you can go down. There are a handful of games that do that where there's multiple paths you can go down in in the story. And so if there's multiple paths that you can go down, fundamentally, yeah, you could miss stuff. Absolutely. If you're playing a more linear game, you're more likely to miss things by not being at a high enough level. So, at least from most of the RPG games I've ever experienced, I've found being overleveled to give the player more access to see more stuff versus being underleveled and then you miss things because you couldn't beat a boss that was a little more difficult. Like, there are bosses in games that are beatable, but if you go in at the game's expected level, they actually, you actually can miss stuff, and it kind of sucks. If it's like a timed event, sure. Like Final Fantasy 9, there's an item you can only get by a certain point at the 12 hours. Yeah, it's Excalibur 2 for Steiner. You have to go, literally have to break your back in that game to get there, and you can't overlevel because you're trying to get through the game as quick as humanly possible. That's not fun. That's not interesting to me. That seems like an arbitrary chore because now you have to skip lots of story elements and lots of side stuff just to get this absurdly powerful weapon. So I think that is a negative connotation. I think that's a negative use of that. But again, it gives you that replayability, right? You get a big replayability out of it. So take that, you take it with a grain of salt, or take it or leave it rather, But overgrinding can prevent you from seeing a few things, but it's not very common. You shouldn't be seeing that very often. I can't even think of a game off the top of my head. I bet if I thought about it for a couple of days, which now talking about it with you guys is gonna make me do that. I wonder. I know there's a couple of games that if you kill a certain enemy that you weren't intended to kill, you get a part of the story that you wouldn't normally see, but in the same breath there's that other part of the story that you're missing because of it. So I only got it once. I got it, I used it, I'm like, wow, this was a complete waste of time. And it literally was, because I love the story to Final Fantasy 9. It's a great game and it has a wonderful story, wonderful cast of characters, and I strongly felt that going out of my way to get that weapon ruined my experience playing the game. It wasn't fun to get it, and it's not worth it. If I hear they're remaking 9, and they're trying to do an honest-to-goodness remake of it, I might play it, because I have a soft spot for 9. I haven't played it in a long time, because people keep saying they're remaking it, and I'm like, yeah, they keep saying that. So part of me is hoping that when it comes out, it is going to be an honest remake that's done in a AAA style of modern ages. That would be, you know, that is what most people want. I don't know why Square Enix assumes that that's not what we want, and we want some Kingdom Hearts variant of a Final Fantasy game. That's Final Fantasy VII Remake, by the way. It's Kingdom Hearts with a freaking Final Fantasy skin on it. I mean, the freaking Heartless are pretty much in it. They just call them by something else, and I'm just sitting there, and I saw that night, and my brain went maximum cringe. I was like, what? And then everybody I tell that to is like, I didn't notice that until you said it, and I'm like, really? You didn't notice that they had put the Heartless in the same story? Okay, sure. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a tirade about that, but yeah, I don't know too often where overgrinding is bad. The negative to the overgrinding is that you can get is that the game becomes way too easy, but you also have committed or invested a massive amount of time into it, and for what, right? To overgrind? That's, you know. And yeah. And again, if removing the challenge in a game doesn't necessarily make the game better. Okay, unless you're in it for the story. There are some people who I do know overgrind, and they do it strictly because they only want to enjoy the story. And so they figure, oh, I'll get the hard stuff out of the way first by, like, I'll get the hard part out of the way first by grinding for a few hours. Here's the best suggestion I can give, to be honest with you. Like Final Fantasy 1 and many other early JRPG games, the best thing you could do is grind a bit in the beginning of a game. Not near the end, not halfway through it. Grind near the beginning of a game, get about, I don't know, let's say the game expects you to be level, you know, 3 when you get to the first dungeon. Be level 5 or 5 to 6. And then don't grind again for another large chunk of the game, because and that's only if you feel like you need to. There's no reason to do it any further, right? And then you literally will play the game battle to battle to battle, to place to place to place. And it would be, I think it would be great. I think that would be the definite best way to handle that. Now, it doesn't mean that that's how they're going to do it, right? But that was how I would handle it. My brother and I ran Final Fantasy 9. We voiced all the characters. I gave Zidane a Trump voice. It was hilarious, especially when he climbs the ladder after Dagger. Runs into her butt and goes so soft. Only 2 Final Fantasy I ever played was Crystal Chronicles and Dirge of Cerberus. Well, I don't know what your opinion is of those games. Crystal Chronicles is okay, as long as you have people to play it with. And Dirge of Cerberus is pretty terrible. That was a really bad game. There's a reason why many people don't talk about it. There are people who like it, but if you're a big Final Fantasy fan, that's definitely not a way I would not look at that as a success in the series. You alright, sir? I mean, look at how cool they look. They all have new outfits. And Boken's got a barrel on his back full of TNT that he chucks at people. Isn't that great? Yeah. Look at that, he's armed with dynamite. TNT. Dynamite. Come on. But yeah, I mean, again, I like low-level runs for the challenge. There are games that I definitely do that in, but I will say that there are games that I just don't think are good to do it in at all. And there's a handful of those out there. You know, I know a lot of people who speed run. I did it a little bit. I did it a long time ago, like back in the early years of my YouTube stuff. I would try to, or rather my Twitch stuff. Not my YouTube stuff, my Twitch stuff. I tried doing it back then. I didn't not like doing it. It's not why I enjoy video games. So for me, like, people want me to speedrun stuff once in a while, and I don't know, maybe if we fundraise towards something like that, I would do it. I might give it a try, let's say. But just outright, I'm not that interested in doing it, because I like to play games for their stories and for the experiences that come with it. Like Ben said, he played 9 and did all the voicing. I do a lot of the voice acting in my Let's Plays. You know, so there's a charm to playing those games, and doing the voice acting and living and sharing the story and the experience with you guys. That's why I like to make my Let's Plays. It's not just about playing through the game and showing you how to beat it. If some people like to play alongside because they get stuck a lot, and so they watch how I get through it, and they're like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do, sweet, awesome, I'm glad I could help, you know. But I just love sharing the experience with people. That's why I want to pull out more obscure stuff, but people have said if I want my channel to grow, I need to pull out the more known stuff, because I've got a bunch of obscure shit I'd love to pull out. I imagine Parasite Eve for PS1 would be a real challenge, low-level run. I would say maybe in the beginning, but about halfway through the game, it kind of rebalances itself out. As long as you have the ammunition and you go very minimum when it comes to, like, melee weapons and stuff. You go more the melee route, hold on to all your guns and ammunition stuff until the boss fights and stuff, probably be strategically the way to handle that. You know, that's the one thing on this channel I don't like. Me and my girlfriend were very big proponents of, do not spoil things on the channel, please, we beg you. Don't spoil too many story things. If it's something we streamed before on this channel, it's not a big deal, but we don't want, it's not even for our sake, it's for the sake of all of our fans and the people who come to this channel who haven't played some of those games. Like, I don't want to tell you the story to Wild Arms 1 through 5, because I want you to either watch my Let's Plays of it so you can experience it that way, or play it yourself. You know, because those are great experiences either way, whether you're doing it just to check out the story and the mechanics and not, or whatnot, or you're just curious, you know. Because me,
French people are the ones who, like, it's a popular enough game that they come and, like, their name is one of the characters in the fucking game.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times, yeah.
And then they like to say something weird, like try to RP the ending.
Yeah. I haven't had anybody RP the ending, but let's see.
Yeah,
Who was that?
In Undertale, you just couldn't read it.
Oh, because you're right, you didn't want me to read it because it was giving away the story, right? Yeah, because I tried to do Undertale and somebody was trying to tell me, ruin the story for me, because I'd never played it. 2 other RPGs I've never seen others play is a Game Boy Advance game, Rebel Star and Golden Sun. Yeah, I might do those. You've done you played Golden Sun, right?
First 10 minutes.
Huh?
First 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I could, play that well on the emulator, I don't know my phone, remember?
Oh, you're right. Well, Guardian, I can recommend one for you. There's a PS1 game called Beyond the Beyond. And it's made by the guys who did the Shining Force series and did Golden Sun. They're the same company, Camelot. Though Camelot split again, and I think one team went to do Beyond the Beyond, and whatever. They split again after Shining Force 1, so it's not like it's a big freaking deal. But definitely check it out. It's got a 5-character battle party. It's like Wild Arms or Final Fantasy in its battle style. But it's a 5-character battle party. The story's pretty good. It's a bit grindy, not gonna lie. You know, the characters don't, I believe, level out of party, so you have more characters than there are slots to put the characters in. That could be a big deal breaker for some people, because, you know, then you leave characters behind, or you gotta do the heavy work. What the hell? Where do you get that giant axe from? He's pulling... The creator's pulling freaking moves out of his ass. But yeah, play Golden Sun. The games are canon, so play them back to back. I do recommend Lunar, the Silver Star Story, the complete version. Don't play the Sega CD version. It didn't age well. So...
I know where you were about to suggest. When you said Golden Sun back to back, I was like, wait a minute.
Well, the first and second one, and then if you want to play the third one that's not very good, people are welcome to do that, you know? So, you know.
After you play Beyond the Beyond, make sure to play Beyond the Oasis.
Oh, Beyond the Oasis is okay. It's a Zelda clone with minimal story. Oh my god!
I was just joking because the
Nerds!
It's the Meg!
Jason Stratham, where are you? Jason! Jason!
I haven't played Heavy Rain yet.
Huh? I haven't played Heavy Rain yet.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe because I want to split my tactical RPGs up. Maybe, and it's only if you're okay with it. Maybe I should pull that out next. Then do Pokemon Conquest, which is a tactical RPG game. No, I'm asking you. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it, dude. I mean,
Isn't that like kind of like it's kind of like Deadly Premonition,
well,
but not as
see now.
not as quirky, right?
It's genuinely another detective game with quick time events, thematic around rain.
Huh.
It was released on the same exact day.
Oh, those both were released on the same day?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Heavy Rain definitely took the spotlight.
Well, I remember when it came out, because I have a copy of it over there. I remember when it came out, you could use the motion controls with it. But people said it didn't work very well.
That sounds like the worst idea known to mankind.
I actually bought the motion control stuff to play that with it. I'm glad I never got around to it.
That sounds like it would work even less than Skyward Sword.
Ew. Yeah, because it was pretty bad on that too.
I saw people playing Heavy Rain with a controller and they couldn't get the fucking quick-time events.
Yeah. I have over 200 hours in The Last Remnant. I like that game. I just never have gotten around to doing it. A Let's Play of it. Because it's such a... I mean, I want to do a different game that's a bit more tactical called Hoshigami Ruining the Blue Earth for PlayStation 1, but I've just never gotten around to it. Look at Astral! He's got his pin hat! No feather in his cap.
Yo, Astral was made younger or some shit, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, because
Did Astral have white hair before?
No. Well, he does in Shining Force 2, but that's like 70 years in the future. And you don't get to play him in any of the Shining games ever. So it's kind of neat to see him here, you know what I mean? In the role of a lifetime.
In the role of a lifetime.
I never played Heavy Rain. I heard it was like Detroit Become Human or Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Same company that made those? Oh, okay, well there you go.
It's there's also one of the games called like Omrak or something, which I haven't seen, but I haven't played yet. And Fahrenheit Indigo perhaps. Not one thing.
I want to say I'm not sure if I've played that or not. Every time I see footage of it, it looks like something I have played, but I'd have no memory of playing it. You know what I mean? Indigo Prophecy.
So fucking difficult to play correctly.
Oh, it is difficult to play. What makes it hard to play?
You have to micromanage your character's like health, hunger, and depression. And good God, characters are depressed little shit.
Oh. Last Remnant is I'm gonna do this. My problem with RPGs is they're often too long, and I juggle between them.
If
Yeah.
your character gets too depressed, he literally just like game overs.
Yeah, he game overs himself.
To the point where you can literally soft lock yourself because some decisions make your character more depressed, but it's the only way to continue.
Oh my god. So it takes me a long time to finish. I would say stay away from the big 90-hour JRPGs if you're trying to get through them. Go more retro, because the older ones tend to not take as long to get through.
If you want some short RPGs?
I don't know if you want short RPGs. I was just suggesting that's a better thing to do.
Oh.
Well, what were you thinking? Oh, Helix. Helix and Helix 2 are great.
I haven't beat Helix 2, but I can definitely play Helix 1.
I haven't played Helix 2. I'm just assuming it's great because people like it more than Helix 1.
I like many RPG Maker games, such as Off by Mortis Goes. I want to recommend Space Marine because I love it to bits, but it's just not quite what people like. So that's RPG Maker games, but no, I was going to say the Mario and Luigi series for the DS.
Yeah, I've got to work on those at some point. That's on.
Those are maybe 20 hours at the most.
I should live stream Mario RPG and then start working. I know I just did a Let's Play of the old one, but maybe one of these days I'll get around to doing the new one. What do you think, Meeps?
Yeah, I mean, it's fresh in your mind. So you can take it.
That's true. So maybe I'll do that maybe after the heavy rain. Because we're getting on the back end of this game. Because literally we've passed the halfway point. So we're getting there.
Yeah, I guess heavy rain is seen as more like... less quirky, you know? So I guess that's another thing, like, you know... People are playing a murder mystery, and then they're like, well, I don't want somebody fucking eating a weird turkey sandwich in the middle of my fucking murder mystery, dude.
Yeah, I strongly do recommend Deadly Premonition, but the PC version doesn't work for almost anybody, right? So that's a problem. The other issue is that you just finding a way to play it without it crashing on a PC is incredibly difficult. So there is some...
Well, there's the DP fix files.
Yeah, so you gotta find a lot of stuff to get it to work, but if you can get it to work, strongly recommended. No, it's not an RPG. But also, Guardian, it depends on what kind of RPGs you like, too. Because I could be recommending you something that you may not, just on principle, like. Because you don't like its style. What kind of RPG games do you like? Are you okay with older games, pixel games? Because there's people who have flat out said to me, I don't want to play anything that's pixelated.
Oh yeah, Chris.
Yeah. He's like, that was the old style. I don't. And then he goes and he plays Octopath Traveler, which is a pixel game.
Dude, I don't want to. He's not gonna watch this, right?
Probably not. And if he does, he'll be I know he understands critical.
Dude, between that and him not understanding why people want to like try food that they heard tastes good. What is his malfunction?
Wait, what was that again? I'm sorry.
The one where he hates on people who like to try new food.
He does. It's not that. It's he hates the foodie culture, where people are eating and then sharing their food experiences with other people. He thinks it's stupid. That's what he thinks. I like all RPGs generally. Pixel or not, RPG is more a relaxed game type for me. I agree. I like, my favorite games are RPGs and simulation games. Occasionally a first-person shooter.
Anodyne 1 and 2, baby, get in there.
Anodyne 1 and 2. There's a caveat to that.
Shit,
correct me if I'm wrong. Which one? Stephanie, yeah. I'll mention it right now, actually, because you guys are here. We're trying to raise money with Jingle Jam with Yogscast. And they are fundraising money for children's hospitals and whatnot. And if you want to get in on that, I can put the link in the chat if it's the right link. It is not. Give me a second. And if you go to the link, you can donate. Now, there's a cool thing about donating. If you donate a little bit of money and whatnot, everybody's, we thank you for doing that. However, if you donate 35 British pounds or $45 US roughly, you can get over 70 game keys for Steam. 70 game keys. And if you own some of the games that they give you, you can give them away as gifts. Your Christmas shopping is done. You're welcome. And they have about 70,000 of those gifts left if you donate to them.
They call them collections.
And you get they rated the collection at about $1,200 worth of games. 70 games plus some discounts on some geeks culture
plus,
stuff.
If you want to get technical, there's a fanatical key in there, which you can get anything, there.
Yeah, fanatical key, whatever you can get out of that.
Last year I got that game that was worth like 4 cents, and you got like a $40 fucking game out of it. I was so mad.
So there is that. You can see we're trying to fundraise for him in the upper left corner of the screen there. We've raised 70 quid so far, 70 pounds. I'd like to hit 100 pounds, but yeah. And there are some RPGs in there. There's Cat Quest. I don't remember them all. There were so freaking many of them. It's Persephone.
Oh, it's just
Persephone, I'm sorry.
let me see.
Moonlyle kept the bad guys from returning, but I'm worried about my parents. She said my sister cringed. She said she had something important to tell you. Will do, thanks. Don't worry, we'll
Oh,
find
there's 82 keys in here, my guy.
82 keys. 82 total, wow.
I don't know if 12 of those are fucking discounts, but it says 8-bit armies is a strategy game. Fucking. Whatever Age of Adventures was. It says Death.
That's a
Death.
deck building RPG game.
Battlestar Galactica, Deadlock. It's tactics.
Nice.
Cat Quest, of course. Deepest Chamber Resurrection, it says Gritty Card Battler. Earthlock, of course.
Earthlock's an actual old school style RPG made in the modern, so they pride themselves on making it feel like an old school RPG, right?
Godfall is a godly hack and slash. So that might be RPG. The Ultimate Edition.
That's pretty cool.
Homeworld Remastered Collection, it says it's a legendary space strategy.
Okay.
That, I don't know. I'm just saying also what they listed as, you know, they don't list it as like, oh yeah, this one's RPG, this one's a sim. Try to like give like a short little, oh well, this one's a fucking farming and you date people
Game.
You know.
Yeah, they're not super clear. And sometimes it's impossible for them to be because it's not.
There's a charming Incan Metroidvania game in here.
Incan Metroidvania.
Called Input the Sun.
Sounds pretty awesome.
There's whatever the fuck this Minecraft thing was, we still can't figure out, right?
Yeah. Astral's got one. Let's give one to.
Projections is a geometry hack. They have Sapiens in there. Would you consider? I guess Sapiens wouldn't be an RPG.
No, that would be more of a.
It'd be like a loose term, though. It'd be a sim.
Yeah, it's more of a sim than anything.
Science is a sojourner. It says in the deck builder.
Okay.
Wow, there's actually 2 co-op farming games in here. Because there was Icono Island, and it says Spirit of the Island is also one. Although wasn't Spirit of the Island a shit when we tried that one time? Or they only gave us one set of tools. Oh, that had to been like a really early thing.
That was an early. That was when it was like.
Oh, now I got.
Are you thinking of My Time in Pacha?
No. There was a multiplayer game that we bought, and it only gave us one set of tools.
Don't remember. If it was that game, it was in early development because we played it in early development and we were kind of disappointed of what it was.
There's Thief Sim.
Thief Simulator is a full cool game.
Oh,
It's the story's kind of short, but the playability on that's pretty badass.
You know what's nuts?
What?
You remember when you were playing that office management game and I went, oh, I think I had this on my Steam wishlist, but I thought it was like a sim.
Yeah.
No, Tiny Life, The Sims with Pixels, is the game I was thinking of, and now I own it.
What is this? I've been debating on selling my original copy of Earthbound to get a laptop. That's up to you, man. I mean, I've got my original copy and my guidebook, and the only thing I don't know if I still have is the box, unfortunately. But
dude,
I don't know.
That's up to you.
I
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's up to you, but I would personally not do that. I mean, I know money is tight and everything, but
But if you do sell it, you could line it off with like there's that new documentary coming out actually.
Which one?
There's a documentary about Earthbound coming out, and it's supposed to be like they framed the trailer at least in a way where it's like about what it was like growing up as a fan of the series in America.
Oh man,
pre-internet.
They should have freaking talked to me about that.
And how
have so
there
much
was,
to
like,
tell.
whole communities of people that were really hyped for like Mother 3.
Yeah, I was one of them.
64.
I was one of them. I actually I had the Earthbound 64 thing from Nintendo Power, and then when I heard they canceled it, I threw the Nintendo Power away. I was so angry. Not angry. I was so upset when they canceled it. I'm like, well, what the fuck? This is stupid. And I got really upset. And then it wasn't until Mother 3 came out about 3 or 4 years later I heard about it. You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh wait, what?
So the RPG viewer, he doesn't got a laptop or nothing?
I honestly wouldn't mention it's hard to replace. To this day, I have sold any of my N64 games. Yeah, you've been out of Josh since October, so I have 22 games and 2 controllers and my SNES. I guess if you have to sell it in order to have a roof over your head, I would do it, but I wouldn't do it for any other reason.
Look, man. I don't know if you live in a state where you can do this, but there's money in recycling. I'm telling you.
And you want to tell them what happened here, as an example?
Well,
or?
fuck. So we live in a 4-person family,
Mm-hmm.
and we drink a lot of sodas and shit. You know, I mean, fucking, I know it's not good for us, but we drink a bunch of soda, pound down. And so we had several trash bags full of cans, so we, crush and we put them in there. Well, fucking, for the past, I don't know, year or so, Nick's like, oh yeah, we should do the cans. I'm like, alright, well, let's do them, and we don't do them. We go in and do them, and it's 2 trunk loads worth of cans.
SUV trunk loads.
So whatever that equals out to, we do both those. We go to this like plant, right? We sort them out into different bins. We take them to the dude. They give us a receipt and the money they give to us for it. It was how much? It was like $300.
$337.67.
And I mean, that's just for shit that we had laying around over the year, man. Ask your friends around for their cans, dude, if you can find a plant. You can buy a laptop with $300. Maybe not anymore. I haven't been laptop.
It depends on what you want your laptop to do. I mean, laptops are... I know a lot of people want gaming laptops and stuff, but...
More effort. Well, in my experience, and I mean, I'm the odd one out amongst my friends, the gaming laptops, they just don't work for fucking shit. They're overpriced, and they blow up after a year. But all my friends, all of them use gaming laptops just fine, so maybe I'm just a jackass.
Well, remember, you've seen me fix people's laptops that they've used for gaming or other computers, but if you're gonna do it, desktops are the way to go. If you don't know how to build one yourself, you can get a pre-build pretty cheap.
But yeah, there's one here,
that can run most stuff, and then you can upgrade that pre-build along the way.
Tunguska, The Visitation is a stealth action RPG.
It's Tunguska?
Tunguska.
Tunguska.
There's Valtherian art, which is a hero spirit.
Oh, look, Meeps.
Dude, it's Charizard.
Greetings, Schmeagle. I'm Blue. It's good to see you finally awake. I was there when your ship crashed into the beach near this town. If it wasn't for me flying nearby, who knows what would have happened to you?
We have the dwarves, there's a tactical dwarf adventure.
Okay.
That's about all the RPG looking is. But yeah, good amount.
What time is it coming? Which would interest you? As long as it's not about dolls, sure, go on. See any dolls around Einstein? Information about the ancients. This one book in particular refers to an ancient manual. Interesting stuff indeed. The Manual of the Seal is a book that contains several chants. One of these breaks the seal on Dark Dragon, and the other renews the seal. The ancients used the second chant to bind Dark Dragon 1,000 years ago. The manual has been guarded by the sacred dragons for centuries.
Yeah, it's that little girl from Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah, really. Wait, little girl from 4 or from 6? The painter?
She had like a grandpa or something.
That was
Town was down.
that was Realm from Final Fantasy 6.
I think it's 4 because there's like Cecil and shit.
Are you talking about Redia? See, this happens in both games.
Fuck off. Fuck these fucking games.
Okay, hold on. Realm's town doesn't burn down. It's just a house with a bunch of fire rods in it.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Basic work laptop's 300. Hardcore gaming laptop is 3,000 or more. You can get a
1,000,
yeah.
buddy.
Hardcore gaming that PC you can get for like $1,000.
Hey, how much did you spend on my computer? I think it was under 1,000.
Yours was $680.
Yeah.
And it runs. It can't run like
Well, the thing with
Borderlands 3, but it can run most
I
stuff.
don't know your situation. I don't know if you gotta be like on the run, you know, use the Wi-Fi with McDonald's or some shit. But at least with like a desktop, you know, a big old bulky computer, you can fucking switch out your parts as you need, right?
Yeah.
Laptop, they're almost always fucking soldered closed, dude. By fucking design.
The only things you can exchange in a laptop are memory, RAM specifically, and hard drives.
Some
battery life too.
Do that. They're like fucking soldered closed. They put like a giant, like fucking battery over it, and they fucking go, "Yeah, don't break this open, idiot."
Yeah, that is pretty true. So
it's cringe, man.
It is very cringy that's the way they are sometimes, but yeah.
Have fun with your integrated graphics and dipshit. Like,
you just need a laptop powerful enough to run Final Fantasy Resistance.
Resistance? Fucking what? That's what you were just playing?
Yeah. You don't need. That doesn't require that much power, man.
All right, go fish a laptop out of the fucking local. Trash.
Get a laptop with at least 16 gigs of memory and some video processing, and it should run fine.
Run it on your phone.
Do they have a? They might have a phone version of it, actually. I haven't checked their site for that specifically, but they might.
Put it on a fucking stick drive and play it at the library.
I knew somebody who I know a guy who would actually have probably done that. True. Okay, I have made a significant mistake.
You know, it's like you're downloading fucking Final Fantasy 14 onto your goddamn library computer like a jackass. It's a modded version of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you don't need a very powerful computer to run.
I don't even think that would be a gig
Resistance. Well, no, I say that the reason you need the 16 gigs is you need enough to run the operating system. But...
Well, no, I know. I was just saying...
I mean, you have 8 gigs in yours, and you run fucking... most of what you play on there fine. I mean, you don't play anything that's ass-breakingly intense, but you do play a lot of stuff on it.
Well, it was able to run 14? That's fucking good enough.
Yeah, you ran Final Fantasy 14 on it. And that was... How many years ago did I get you that computer? I thought it was more than that.
Oh, it was after the hospital scare, for sure.
Okay.
And that would have been December 2020.
So that was 3 years ago. So it's probably...
At the most.
That level of computer, that quality of computer is probably cheaper. Net is even still cheaper. I'm gonna do this just to get Lobo caught up, because I'm mad that he's not caught up. Level up Blue. Is there anybody else? Since you can't promote in this game, but you can get people caught back up if they fall behind. I don't know. You'd have to look if they have, if it'll run on an Android. I mean, but the famous saying, you don't look, you know, you don't know. Oh, don't ask, don't, you know, you'll never know. But it'd be interesting if they did. Or you could request that they try to do it, because we've seen people port all kinds of stuff, you know, left and right. Going to the bathroom.
You're gonna have to make it run.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, we gotta finish up too, because the jam's starting. Okay.
Dude, I was having those fucking rains apart. Good God.
Oh my God, is that what that was?
It smelled like burnt corn.
Yeah, I thought that was maize. Thought that was the dog. Ooh, that's right. Great timing. I just finished moving all the rocks out of the way. You're good to go. Yeah, out of my way. I have somewhere to be, and I can't wait to get my hands around Kane's neck. Alright, jeez. You settle on, Grandpa.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah. You're fine.
I don't think I can.
Here we are again, and this time you won't be so lucky. You can always wear my shirt. Okay. Good luck in there. You brought more angel wings than last time, Addington. Looks like you're up for another ass whooping by yours truly. Ooh, they made it look like nighttime. Ooh. And then they changed the entire southern region. That's where we got to go. Who's here? But yeah, they might have a mobile version if you take a look. So there's a dark elf. That's new. Dwarf warrior is technically new. Addington we fought before. Lizard man 51. Who are you? I think you're a bishop, right? Yeah, a dwarf healer. Evil aura. Okay. Those guys suck. Those guys suck. Who are you? So, worst version of the other two. Okay. And then he's got a heat axe and chainmail this time around. He's got some elemental resistance. So that we might have to worry about. And you know shit's gonna spawn in between here and here, but... The other players were right. Now that's good that you were able to make it last that long, man. See grass really quick. Wasn't really finished looking around town, but same breath I kind of wanted to see what we were up against, so now I have a better idea. Went in here. I feel like there's like a building less or something. A war pick. So we just got a free war pick. I didn't have to buy it. God damn it. Yeah, Fire Emblem is this game series was in competition with Fire Emblem back in the day. Fire Emblem was a Nintendo property at the time, and then Shining Force was a Sega property. Now, unlike Fire Emblem, Shining games are vaguely canon. They are mildly canon, where Fire Emblem games usually are not canon. Not necessarily. The later installments try to make canon out of it, but that's debatable. And then Shining Force games, the Shining games is what they're called. They come in different formats. So there's like Shining Force 1, 2, 3, Shining Force Guidance 1, 2, and Final Conflict. They are all tactical RPGs. Then there's Shining in the Darkness, Shining in the Holy Ark. Those are dungeon crawler turn-based RPGs that play. Imagine Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, but you're in a first-person perspective dungeon. And that's what those games are. And then there is Shining Wisdom and Shining Soul, which are action RPGs. And they all actually encompass this overarching story. The order is wonky. They're not released by the order of release dates. The first game is Shining Force, then it's Shining Force's Gaiden 1 and 2, followed by Shining Force Gaiden 3, followed by Shining Force 2, followed by fuck, what was it? Shining Wisdom, followed by Shining in the Darkness, which is the first Shining game ever made, followed by Shining in the Holy Ark, followed by Shining Force 3 scenarios 1, 2, and 3. And then Shining Soul, I think, is loosely connected, and that takes place after that, but I don't remember. So it's a big series, but they're all not tactical games, and they're all not, you know, the various different things that you would expect. So, you know, if you're looking for a specific experience, the Shining experience, and again, they're loosely connected. If you just play the Shining Force games, you actually get a coherent story. There's just a few gaps that don't make a lot of sense. There's some locations and there's some locations that don't line up either for some people. But like Shining Force 3, they talked about the Kingdom of Cyprus, which is from Shining Force Gaiden. And a lot of the events in Shining Force 3, things have changed name over time. So because of that, you have to talk to a lot of the people in town. You got to do a lot of exploration in 3 to get the connection between Shining Forces 1 through the Gaidens, through 2, and through up to Shining Force 3. So there's a bit of footwork to get through that, but it is doable. Most of the games are really good. You have to like the style of games that they are, though, and it's not for everybody. Shining in the Darkness and Shining Wisdom, Shining in the Holy Ark are not for everybody. I will say that up front. I do enjoy them. If you're going to play the Shining Force Gaiden 1 and 2, play Shining Force CD, because that actually improves the graphics and the translation and stuff, and the music and everything else. And they actually put in a third scenario for fun, and then there's a museum battle that's really a hard battle to do, but it's a lot of fun. Shining Force Final Conflict, people have translated that. It was only released in Japan, but it connects Shining Force 1 and 2 even more closely. But that's only on Game Gear, and you can emulate it if you need to play the English translation version. So that's one way to get Shining Force Final Conflict. Then Shining Force 2 is one of the best ones in the series. A lot of people debate between 1 and 2, which one's better. 2 is definitely a great starting point to just see if you like the games. Shining Force 3 is a lot of fun, but only the first scenario was released in the US. But people have translated scenarios 2 and 3. It's just hard to get them to run unless you have a modded Saturn or you emulate it. But they're really good. But it's kind of tricky if you're not good with setting up emulators or getting access to a modded Saturn. Those later 2 installments kind of don't make sense to. It makes sense to play Shining Force 3 Scenario 1 if you can't play 2 and 3 as well. So there's some finagling that goes on. I think the story in Shining Force games are better than Fire Emblem. There's no permadeath in Shining Force games, though you could play with some self-regulated permadeaths, but generally there's no permadeaths in Shining games where there are in Fire Emblem. But the cast of characters in the world is far more interesting in the Shining games, and I think that's why the fan base for the Shining games is stronger than the one for Fire Emblem, even though Fire Emblem is still going in Shining Force. The Shining series is still going. The last title to come out was Shining Resonance Refrain, but that game is absolute garbage. And it has nothing to do with the old installments. Somebody bought the company, somebody bought the name, the IP, and they've been producing garbage since Shining Force 3. Feel better?
Yeah.
Another thing too is the people who made the Shining Force 3 games went to work for Nintendo, and they made Mario Tennis. And
sorry if anybody had to overhear me going, I'm gonna go shit.
So there's a whole thing, and that company's called Camelot, and they invented Waluigi.
Did you hear that Wa Peach, the concept for Wa Peach got leaked recently? It was an old concept, but
that's cool.
Yeah, that Nintendo rejected back in the day.
And probably Camelot was
and now, the guy who made Waluigi privated his Twitter account Hope he's okay.
Probably got a cease and desist, or is getting sued for that leak. Knowing Nintendo, they're suing him for that leak because they don't want, Nintendo doesn't like Waluigi, but Camelot does because they needed somebody to be the opposite of Luigi for their sports games, and Nintendo's like gave them free reign to do whatever they wanted. Because that's what you get when you give people free reign. You create a like cult favorite character. I love Waluigi.
Oh.
Then they secretly make him the best player in like Waluigi and like Mario Tennis and stuff. So, jokes on them, but they're gonna have to own up to it at some point. But anyway, we're gonna stop for right now because we gotta go. We're gonna go watch the Jingle Jam, which is streaming on Twitch and on YouTube by Yogscast. And if you want to donate to them, go for it. Use our link though. Use our link because our link gives us credit because it means that they heard about you guys through us. So definitely, if you're going to donate, use our link. Use our affiliate link for that. And check out you can check out. I don't know if somebody's put up a list of what games come with it yet.
It's gotta be on their main Tiltify page, man. That's what they always do.
Yeah. Okay. So if you check out the Tiltify.
Click on it right damn now.
Okay.
And then go to the regular Tiltify, like whatever it links to, right?
Well, that's what it links to is that, and then it says view more details, and that's all they show. But maybe if I go to
make sure to mute that tab, by the way. It's gonna start playing their audio.
Right now.
Oh, when you find it, they always have the stream embedded.
Oh well, I'll mute it. Let me see here. Here it is, Jingle Jam.
Scroll up. See, there's like.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. There's a whole list of the games here.
They open up their Steam page for it.
Here, let me post that for you guys. Here's the link with all of the games that you get.
They didn't just fucking blindly put it.
Yeah, you're right. That Rapella fella looks pretty great. Not gonna lie. Might have to stream that at some point too. It didn't look very long. But yeah, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68. Hold on. 72, 74. Yeah, over 70 games. The Minecraft Java.
Well, I don't think it's just a copy of Minecraft straight up. It looked like it's like a weird add-on.
Yeah, one or two of these are DLCs I've noticed. I don't even see it here. Maybe they took it off.
Well, it's still in my fucking email.
Maybe they...
Beyond Blue.
Beyond Blue. Sephanie's there.
Coffee good.
Coffee is good.
Coffee good. Ever tried Dollar Store coffee?
Oh, you don't have many RPG friends? Well, hopefully you gained a few this time around. What's up, Meeps? Dollar Tree coffee. Canned coffee. Yeah, there's some games that aren't even mentioned here that we saw. So there's some other stuff there than just what's listed. But definitely check it out and use our stream link to donate if you get a chance to.
Dude, one of my friends hates RPGs with a passion. He just finds the gameplay really boring. But he wants to stream Mario RPG.
Why?
That's what I asked him, and he's like, well, you know, I mean, maybe it's not that bad. I'm like, but you hate RPGs.
You know, it'd be funny if he streams it and starts liking RPGs. Well, maybe my opinion about it was a little bad. But we're gonna stop.
So,
that's an RPG, yeah. To me, that's not even
maybe he just
a great story
like the
RPG.
idea of having a bunch of characters to manage.
Maybe we'll pick a game that doesn't have a lot of characters in it. I guess would be a way to do it. Sometimes I get dollar store iced coffee. Yeah, we do that.
Victor Allen's brand.
Victor Allen, baby. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we gotta log off. Check out the Jingle Jam at Yogscast. Use our affiliate link to donate if you'd like. That way we get credit for it. I'll post it one last time in the chat. You can get up to over 70 keys for games for your Steam account. They still have a bunch of those left, but once they run out, man, they're gone.
But there is the caveat:
But you got to donate.
You have to activate them within December.
Yeah, you have to activate them by December 31st.
To prevent people just selling the keys afterwards.
Yeah, to prevent people from selling the keys. They still got just under 60,000 of those rewards left. So don't miss out on it. Don't miss out on it. Have a good day. Always great chatting with you. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. That means a lot to us. It actually does too, because sometimes people just hang out and don't say much. So it's nice when we get viewers that come in and want to chat with us for a bit. All right, but this is where we're gonna stop. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.